Yeah, hello everybody. Yeah, so as I want to say, yeah, usually I do it this lecture in at least 2 hours, sometimes at school 4, to really explore all my material. As I don't use like a PowerPoint. Or I prefer to go in folder and by moment describe what I feel the public is more reacting with. So just to present myself, so as told Igor, is Mauro Carraro. I'm Italian. I study in France in a school, Supinfocom, and I now live in Switzerland, in Geneva, where I work with a studio is named Nadasdi Film since 6 years. So what I want to show you is more some showcase of how let's say my way to do my 3D, not photorealistic films. So this is a frame of my diploma, the great films is named Matatoro. And I would like at least to show you as pieces of this film, otherwise it's really difficult to understand what we are talking about. And a little of the part just to see the different approach I had during this film. Suspense. So sorry to spoil the film. Anyway, this one especially is visible on Vimeo. So maybe only the one that is possible to see on the internet.
Screen it all in your perspective.
Yeah, but who knows? It's the same people. So and so here we are. We are in Arles in the 2010. I want just to say because the interesting part for me is that has to say that usually the film is part of you, and this is also part of what I experiment during my stay in Arles. As nobody maybe know that in the south of France there are still possible to see bullfighting, and I didn't know the first time I went there. And it was a big shock for me, and the same emotionally, and about this culture of bullfighting. And so I get deep in this question, and since the first day of school when I saw a bullfight, I decided to make my diploma film about that. I was sure. Even 3 years later, I was doing this film. This because I felt that in corrida and bullfighting there are really interesting. There are everything there are in animation. There are space, there are color, rhythm, music, and I felt it was perfect for do a film, a short film anyway. And also the fact that it's really controversial. There are people that love a corrida, aficionado we say in Spanish, and people that really hate. You can even don't talk about these people about. So I tried to make a film that was a kind of a deal with this kind of people. Just something visual that I do want to say, yes, the corrida is good, or no, the corrida is bad. And I would like anyway to show you some tool I use, even just to do, maybe if there are some students can be useful, briefly. This is not well known, but I use it a lot. In French it's called tableau synoptique, is synoptic table. This describes in fact the entirety of the film. This axis you would see that is the time, and this axis is just the what you want to put, basically. It's really useful for do the first structure of a film. As you can see, I like split the film in sequence. I work a lot like that, like with frame. For me, all my films have like really precise and close in himself seconds. So there's like the introduction, the dance part, the circus part. And here you can see where there are the character. So as you can see, you can easily understand in time where the character is. If it's really useful for any, I think, plot, because you can really, it's like to see really high there are many different point of view in a film. You can be really, really close, like centimeter close when you do animation. You can be like 1 meter up, and we can be really 1,000 meter and see the all of the project. And this is the stadium when you can see all your film just in a blink. You can also describe, and in this stage, the film was not already made. You just to yourself, they say, where I want music, and I say, okay, I want music there, there, there. Where is the public reaction? And it was really important for this film. And the emotion, which each part, what emotion was, what was important to come with in this emotion. Because this is why, because when you first create the film, sometime month later, sometime years later, you forgot what was your first idea, what your first goal, and you are in the rush on the production with many technical problems. And it's really important to have a document, then say, okay, let's go back to the what was I was saying in that, because sometimes is the most critical thing when you do a film is let's say be authentic until the end. The fact that there is many hands that help you, many try to not deal with, be authentic max how much you can, and never come to compromise if it's possible. And so this is really important to you. It's like your birth attestation. You say, okay, the film was like that. Let's try to fix like that, and don't move just because there are technical problem, or because also sometimes when you have animators, sometimes they don't have the same feel of you, and you have to give your baby, and it's really difficult to tell them all the story. Why should react like that? Why did this man should act like that? And so this is for me really. I didn't see that too much in film, but in Supreme Falcon we was forced to do that, and I felt that this was really nice. Even if in some dossier, like when you do like we see like the pitch before, not many government or grant ask for that, but I felt this really important part. Then about the technique, some ones are maybe, let's see, so surprise, I have to choose default program, sorry, sorry guys, some little, maybe preview, no, even bing. So yeah, let's go to, it's really fast. This, you know, show must go on. So this is more or less how I split the rendering. I use always the really flat color. This time was kind of texture. I like there was flat color, but there was texture involved. But more time passed, and less I use texture. I just use material and no any physic link to texture. This is really basic strong light that I use, specularity and the stroke line. Okay, and this with some in a mix in After Effects give that result. If he's he's in Slovenia. Yeah, looping. Oradoja? No. Yeah. No.
No,
Yeah.
this is Lasnosti settings.
Yeah, to use, yeah. Universal word, of course. Loop. Yeah. I can give you some other example, like Matador.
What the color effect achieved in After Effects, it was production? Because in this course, which is, you have this watercolor.
Yes, I will arrive there. No, but please ask question during. I'm really, so I can go where you want to know information. This is really important also to me. How we'll open what that? Okay, that's fine. This work. So this is not the watercolor, but is the brush, because there are stroke, but there are brush. How to explain you that? This is like the Matador, and we open it. I don't know. Everybody are used with that in 3D. We pelt. We make the skin. This is basically the skin, open skin of a character. So you can usually paint on it in Photoshop or whatever. And what we do, we print that, and in a light table for 2D animation, we drew like a cycle of this brush. That's because what is usually we failed in not photorealistic animation is the fact that we use fixed texture, and this is really bad. That's why, because the puppet in 3D, if you use image like it's like have a body paint. If you move, then you will see the cracking of the paint, and it will distort with your skin. So the fact that in fact, when you do 2D animation, you redraw each frame, no, and that make more alive. So what good thing to fake it in 3D I discovered is to use how many like imperfection. In fact, the big point of not photorealistic 3D is how to put imperfections on a perfect perfect algorithm. These are the 3D. So there's a sphere is a sphere, a cube is a cube. So all the research sometimes is how to make back alive and with like 2D effect. And another layer of problem to go deeper is that you see they are similar but are not similar. Why? One is because it's maybe too technical, but we have really short time, so I have to go really technical. So maybe the ones comes for technical, they will be happy. And this is more thin. That's because it's made for close-up. So this means if I have really close to Matador, we have more details. This seems logical, no? But that's why, because when we draw, and this one is more bigger stroke. That's because when we draw a small character, we don't change the pencil. We draw it with less details, just no. So it's really important to try to analyze the problem when you do not photorealistic 3D. It's not just experiment. You have to say, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to do watercolor with a brush, with ink. What I do physically when I draw it? Okay, when I do it small, the brush is coming bigger, and maybe do also some is really helpful. I used to do some 2D test. I will show you later, just to see how is the cycle, how you want the react the material. I give you just a little small still example about the ox, the toro is almost the same. You can see even a little better the wireframe here, and here again is the fur of the toro. So here is just one frame, but we draw it that this is a A3, like so speak like that, and this one is A4, and we draw it like again, like maybe 6 times, just to have a really sure to don't see the repetition of this cycle, because 3 is not enough. It will come too frequently. If you see even just tiny, this come it pump up on you. So you will see in 1 second this 3 times. You will be always watching on that, and you can't fake the eyes anymore. I will like to, because time flying, but so I will show you a short making of the next film I will show you. Okay? Yeah, I know, but Of yeah, not really. No, no, there are not. No, but it's true. Yeah, at least for Matador, I don't. I don't know why I use always the mouse. I don't have even a tablet. Yeah. But I really don't like this. I don't know. I prefer to scan stuff. Shame of me. Sorry, guys. Briefly about the story. Sorry, I have a dilemma here because I would like to tell you the story about the films, but at the same time we don't see the films, so this will be awkward to just tell you. So I will go more technical.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Before your jury presentation, which is tomorrow at 3 o'clock at Slovenska Kinoteka, you can talk more about films. So it's a double.
Yeah, but here I have slide, I have photo, really cool photos. See, come on, how you can miss these photos? Come on, you see, it's really wow. I mean, so this is the. Yeah, exactly. This is also an autobiographical story. I was studying Arles, so I start to Arles and I do by walk until there, then until there, 2 months of walk, 1,600 kilometers, and was not to do a film. We don't need to walk that much to do a film. No reason. But after years, I thought it was a good idea because I have many story come in my mind, and I start to draw, like in the Moleskine, different sketches of what I was my story about, and the more surrealistic part. Whoa, what's that? She don't like something. Okay, sorry. I will not do it again. I will see, like we saw in the making of. And what I would like also to show you is the important part of. I was saying to you. Sorry, I tried to because I cut in time in my head. So it is a test like 2D test. No? It's a 2D test to see what I need. On 3D, and this helped me a lot to understand the rhythm of the stroke. And
Can I ask, why didn't you do this film in 2D?
why? What?
Why didn't you make this film in 2D? Because you're a very great 2D artist.
The film is in 3D.
Yeah, but why do it in 2D? Because they're so good in 2D.
I don't feel confident with 2D at all. No, I don't. For me, it's okay. Like just doing basic stuff like that. Okay, but I feel really to have all the control I need just in 3D. 3D is really give me the control or the pipeline, and really for me is a challenge. Is challenging, and I like challenge. To the transposing the 2D world in 3D for me is really important part of the game. And because sometimes, maybe as is interesting, of course. Sometimes is less, of course. But you find new things. You find different something more magical for me in 3D happen, and I feel really myself inside. It's something also about myself when I'm really in 3D. I think this is real, and in draw for me is just the first step. Of course we have to pass to draw, but then I need to see really to modeling that. And another interesting point that I want to tell you is about Oh my God, what's going on? He don't like the. I don't do. Oh my God, what's going on? The what? What I have to do to open just? Okay, here is work. And I don't do model sheet for my own film because I used to sculpt by myself the character, and also because I'm really bad. Now this for me they was all different. But when you show to someone, you say, "Yeah, see which one is the best?" And they say, "Man, it's all the same." And I say, "Really? No, you see here is more up, this is more down, this is more no." And so after that, I really stopped to make a model sheet anymore because I thought that there are no reason I can. My character is already there, is never changing, but it's important to. It's really important in a not photorealistic 3D to do, at least for me, to do really simple shape. When I'm modeling, I do kind of, let's say, Archibaldo way to modeling. It's not as many 3D model by a cube, but I use a combination of shape. So I say this is the sphere, this is like a cylinder, and I combine it elements like just until I have an empathic way to see it, just the sculpture. There are just sculpture without wireframe correct. And when I'm happy with that, I do the real model. But it is really important. It's happened to me. I work for a feature film approved for adoption with Jung. He was presenting him. He come to me after diploma and he say, "Oh, we want to do an adaptation of my comic strip, but we already made all the model." And I say, "Yeah, it's really challenging." So we have to create like paper to all the people works to make our method to make not photorealistic 3D with already made it model. But this is not the best way to do. It's really important to, when you want to not photorealistic, to start from the really beginning. You don't think to model something and then try some rendering in the future. Is a bridge, a continuous bridge between sculpt something and testing in 3D in After Effects. So you can know, you can force yourself, you know where to stop yourself, because sometimes you see really nice research for films, and then you see the 3D is nothing to do. It's really nothing to do about what she was selling to you. And that's because they tried too late to see what is happening in 3D and compositing. So always use a bridge between the software. It's really important. I will skip briefly soon another film, the latest film I have, and everything starts in this film about this illustration. And Paul will say, "But why you do it? This is illustrated in 3D and not in 2D." But always because I like challenge. And so I made this illustration for a magazine, Geneva magazine, not well known, but just around water. And when I do this illustration, there was in a specific place that I told you yesterday night, this lake in Geneva where they make concert. I understood there was this watercolor, this the paper, this from some displacement game, the water, maybe you know, is this displacement trick. Someone's know, but all the water I did in the main reflection is real 3D, but all the small waves is just some. I just use like many people always ask me about this water, but I just find a tutorial about Photoshop how to do water, and I try to do it in time in After Effects, because After Effects and Photoshop, they maybe have some different names of filter, etc., but they work in the same way. So I just like put it that in time, and this really, and waves is the most simple thing of ever. It's just white noise. Everybody know white noise like in TV, and this is stretch in the Y axis and put in the perspective, and that's it. You have water, in fact, because yeah, even just the water is really generate really, I mean, not waves, but just the effect of reflection. So when I had this kind of fun, when I do this illustration, I said, there are something inside that I can use for a film. There are all the elements to do a film. And so I start to search around this place. And I start to do some research, just black and white research mostly, about the sensation of this strange place in Geneva. I want something really simple. And then I focus more and more about this time of the day where there's this concert. Before I was just about this place, maybe in season. And then I say, no, I have to focus. It's really important. I understood more and more. Sometimes I forget that, but it's really important to focus on one thing, really. Don't to, at least in short film, a precise idea is really important. When you try to hug too many things, you don't hug any. So it's really important to do a message really clear to audience. And this for me was just, I want to communicate to the audience the same sensation I had during this early morning concert. This was the only goal of the film. What? Done. Done. Finished, you say? Ah, the down. Yeah, down. Yeah. Power, sorry. Yeah. Подъем по-русски? No, I'm joking. So, and then I met this Mich Gerber, this musician. Because as I told you yesterday, there are many concerts, really different. There are Zumba, gypsy music. But I thought that this guy have really the good music that fit with the Don. New word today. So this, in fact, is what I show here and now is kind of slideshow I present to the Carrefour de la Création. Is a pitch, is a founded by in Annecy, and I had I was selected. I had a prize for this pitch, and but I thought was kind of, let's say, not linear, but in a way not. The storytelling is really poor in this film. It's really just about emotion. So I say, especially for film, for student filmmaker, they know already. But it's really important when you want to say to someone, you want to prove to someone something, go one step farther of what is they already ask to you. If they say, I want just some draw, you do it, the animation. So because people have really bad to project himself in what you do. I don't know why, but they will never trust. Like for me, it's like the San Tommaso syndrome. They always want, no, it doesn't work. So you do it, and so then it's done, and they will believe you. So I made a short teaser for this pitch. Again? No. So at that time, this was the first time I put this music there, and at that time I didn't know that I want to use it for real. It was just because I want the music. But then it was so going well with what I want to communicate that I decided because usually I use like a composition or like with a compositor, especially for the film. And at that time, I thought I want this song, not other song, but it's not happen often. And yeah, and this one is more, let's say, it's more simple. Less precise research than Asta Santiago about character, because it was all about his strong shadow, no? So we don't really need much details that there was in the previous film. We need more just impression of more sensation. So the model are maybe less precise, I have to say. Also, there are no facial expression. They are just symbol of person.
Is there any more difficult part of the body that's for you, you think like this physiognomy, you have it, or you have problems, I don't know, with like head or butt?
Maybe face is not easy part. Yeah, hands. I always have the same hands in my diploma film. I never always like chirurgical. You take the hand, you put again, you weld the hands. Always the same. Really, who want to do a hand each? No. You see, people say no. And some birds. Birds are funny.
Now one more question.
Please.
So actually you are skipping the animatic.
No. I have. Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. I have animatic. Sure. See, 2D and 3D animatic. Of course. I have always extremely well draw. I will say Paul Bosch.
And your producer is happy that you spend so much time on the project? You've never had a problem with producing?
Which time? No, this one was really. It was 8-month production. This was really short. Obad. And Asta Santiago was more. Was 14 months. Yeah, of course, 3D is not the cheapest way to do a film, but yeah. Until still they have the deal that is work for them. Guys, remember, there not exist anymore this thing. Don't see that. Don't take note. Now DCP first image is the image of the film. No more like in the old cinema. Countdown doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, this was the 3D animatics. This look almost already like the film. Let's say they don't have all the visual effect of the water, but yeah, this comes directly from the 3D. And I would like, if we have time, to show you briefly what I'm working right now, if you are interested.
10, 15 more minutes.
15.
10, 15.
Whoa, a lot. I would like to show you a little, at least the, I would say the dossier. How we call it? The dossier is in English too.
Bible.
Bible. Okay. How to put it bigger like that? Maybe. Yes. So it's a film about how my father survived a major earthquake in Italy in the 70s. It was a earthquake. It was felt even in Slovenia, in Friuli region, so your more nearest neighbor in Italy. That time, my father was in the army. Maybe you know Alpini. I don't know if you never heard about these guys go by donkey on the border of the mountain with this strange hat. This one with a sword. And so this is my father, his donkey, and I told his story because for me it was kind of magical thing that he survived. It's also a question of myself. Of course, maybe he never survived. I will never be here to tell you all the story anyway. Who knows? And also, yeah, it's kind of, for me, it's unique to this story because also, yeah, they was split up with my mother at the time. They was just not teenager relationship, and then they come together because my mother was so afraid when they discovered they was lose all the radio was cut, no TV, no electricity, so no one was knowing anything about what happened just after the earthquake. And my father was taking photo in the first page in a newspaper, and so my mother discovered he was alive. I spoiled a little the story, but we are not much here. And the main goal of this film, I tried to move to watercolor a little bit more on engraving. I tried to fake the engraving feeling. You know, each etching. Thank you. And do some research.
It's almost close to the big screen effect.
Sometime, yeah, it's true. And I wish this 2D still not 3D research. This is the photo of my father. I was discovered the body of his other guy in the same dormy that unluckily don't be so lucky than him. Did some other research.
Now, can I ask you also?
Please.
You tend to do the characters a little bit comical in the structure. Is it very custom? So this realism, you try to go away from it, and they got this, how to say, like a comical effect. I don't know. I understand what I'm saying.
Maybe. Yeah, they will look more or less like that.
The nose is the problem.
Yeah, noise is it's really easy to do noise.
I have another question.
Please.
It's about music, because the sound and the animation seems to be very connected. Did you hear any song that inspired you so much you wanted to do animations because of the music?
Told you before.
No, don't worry. Not really that I want to do a film because of the music, but that I like to collaborate with compositor because really for me is the greatest moment in when you do a film, because usually it's come in the last part of the creation, so when you're really tired and you feel so alone, and finally you go to record the music, you see many musicians playing the music that you heard, like just MIDI version, really shitty sound, like made by computer, and so you have enough energy to achieve your film. Sometimes it's really helpful, and also it's really also healthy. A collaboration with a good composer that you trust is really important. I don't like to finish the film and then go to a composer and say, what we do. I like to collaborate since the beginning of the project with someone, when it's possible, of course. I can show you also some whip of how it look like a little bit.
And in which production stage is this new project? Now it's
I'm animating, rendering, compositing. We do almost 4 minutes of the 15, and I have animator, and back there are some. I'm do all the rendering, compositing after the animator. Something that move here, yeah. Some shot. Still on work in progress. You can see there are some video, I guess. Yeah, small video. Oh. Any question? Yes.
How will you tell, I mean, it's a documentary or something. Will there be a lot of voiceover then, maybe?
No, this is lip sync, no voiceover. There will be, the first time I tried like really dialogues, real dialogues between people, yeah. Unfortunately, no, in French, because you know the television don't care about have an Italian version, like especially Canal Plus. They will is co-production, so the first version will be in French. But really fast, we will do an Italian version for sure. Maybe for festival will be better.
anybody else?
Yeah, can I ask another question?
Sure.
It's not meant to be, going back to what I'm thinking, the kind of 2D, 3D thing. What's quite strange about your work and other people's work who use similar kind of rendering is the look of it is very 2D, but the actual motion is very like 3D. We associate with 3D. What's your feeling about that? Is that something you recognise or mind that you're using these kind of motion arcs that come from 3D?
Yeah, it's a hybrid. No, you never know. Of course, you can force more and more your animators to do more stylized as 2D. Sometimes work better. It depends. Like in Hasta Santiago, I was really focused to fake it more as possible. So don't. This also depends. It's not about the movement. It's a lot about the camera, how is set the camera. And I think I'm the state that I'm not ashamed anymore to show this 3D, because I felt there are really, really, really few people when I do Asta Santiago, most of the people doesn't know that it was 3D anyway. They always think it was 2D. So it's, in a way, it's kind of like, what the deal to do if anybody understands it's 3D? So now I'm like not ashamed to show this. Yeah, it's 3D, and anyway, I have a look on 2D. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not criticising. I'm just interested. Nor was I criticising before when I asked you why you didn't do it in 2D. I'm just curious about this world that you're creating, which has a kind of 2D, let's say, texture,
Mm-hmm.
and but as you say, 3D cameras,
Yes.
3D motion.
Yes.
So you do get that in 2D when people are animating in After Effects, for instance, but not like hand-drawn 2D, which goes from pose to pose and has a human being deciding what the in-betweens are.
Yeah, there are a lot of in-betweens. When you do 3D animation, I force my animators to put a key almost each frame because I do block animation. I don't do linear. So if there are no frame, the puppet will be stay. Because I don't like a linear. I don't like this smooth 3D. So each frame is step animation. It's not linear. So this. Yeah, it's brutal, but I mean, you can also maybe I don't know what they do. Maybe they have a linear that they put key just to fake. I'm sure they trick me out sometime for sure because they will see this guy is nuts, but I don't know. So I hope. I'm so sorry if it's so. I usually more clear, less confused about the content. But there are so many things to I would like to say it more proper about storytelling, etc. that I have to cut it really brutally. Please.
So did you also reduce the frame rate in?
Yeah, frame rate is another thing.
It seemed to me like some characters were like 10, 12 frames per second, and the rest was more perfect.
There, everything is in 12. Yeah. Sometimes 8. This is really risky, but 12, 12 is fine. For also because otherwise the texture will be like a bomb. You can 24 in this kind of animation. The texture is like is impossible to too much. Too much. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I just don't animate on the whole process. I modeling, I rig, sometimes I skin, rendering, compositing. Of course, I have a team. I don't do by my own, but I'm not just say do that. But animation, I can do animation because for me it's a passionate thing that you can see the full film because if I animate. I don't want anybody ask me something, and I can't do it because I'm trying to do the full film. So I prefer to have animator and collect all the clips and editing.
Okay, thank you very much, Mauro Carraro. I hope to see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock on the Cinematheque.